I got asked to show a comparison of the 1K Gritomatic Silicone Carbide versus the Sigma Select 1K stone. Because I still need to get some use on that 1K from Sigma, I figured I'd go ahead and get this knocked out tonight. And once I'm done, go ahead and finish up on the 3K. So tonight we're gonna sharpen my 20 CV. So I cut the edge off, and we're gonna go ahead and get started here. Now once I'm done, I'm gonna take some microscopic images of both stones and show them side by side for a comparison, just so you guys can see what they look like. I'm starting on the silicon carbide from Gritomatic first. I think this stone has smaller abrasive particles than the Sigma Select, but I am going to transition, once this is all done, over to my Sigma 3K, and I just want to keep that synergy between those two stones. So we'll start with this one, and then we'll finish on the Sigma stone. And I'm almost at the point where I'm going to have to enhance this sharpening notch. Ooh, that was way off angle. Keep dropping my angle on this side too far down. I've already got a burr built up. I'm going to do some finishing passes and we will switch over to the Sigma. Alright, this is fresh off the stone, no stropping. So this is the Sigma Select 2. Trying to figure out which side is up. Yeah, this is the side I conditioned. Now I've heard a lot of different stories, or rather, I've heard a lot of different descriptions for this stone. I've heard it's friable, I've heard it's soft, and I've only used it one time, but in my use, I didn't really see all that. So I lapped the stone, I conditioned it. I'm curious to see how it's going to behave now. Cut my edge back off. And let's see what we get. Also was told that you need to add a little pressure to these stones to really make them shine. I'm getting a little bit of grit coming off on the edge bevel. It feels like I've already got an apex. I'm gonna go a few more strokes and we'll look at it. Yeah, I've got an edge there. Again, fresh off the stone, no stropping. Feels like I may have a little bit of a burr left, but I'm not concerned with it because I'm going to switch to another stone. I don't know, maybe I need to get a really dull knife on that stone or get a single bevel, because I'm just not seeing the same thing others have described to me. That stone is not soft in my opinion. It's about as hard and about as friable. Well, it's not even as friable. It's about as hard as a 320 grit Sharpening Pro. I was going to say it's about the same amount of friability, but that stone's even less friable than the 320 Sharpening. I'll have to think about that and figure out what stone compares in friability to the Sigma 1K. From what I've seen, I like it. Same for this 3K. It's a very hard stone. It feels very dense. It's a pleasure to sharpen on. It's not really friable. This one actually feels quite a bit like my new Gritomatic 4K. I am putting a little bit of pressure down just to see how the stone behaves, and I don't know if you guys can make it out, but it's got quite a bit of metal removal. I don't see much difference in going light pressure or heavy pressure. Same could be said about the 1K. I didn't see much difference between hand weight and applying a little more force. And I am pretty much done with this stone. And just for continuity, we'll go ahead and check the edge unmolested from a strop. I've got the paper wet from my fingers. That's not bad. I could go with that as is. I want to go ahead and strop on white compound tonight. I found stropping with CB and emulsion takes away that sticky bite in my 20 CV. I don't know what the deal is there, but using white compound, I still got that sticky bite. I can feel it biting into my skin. So there's nothing at all wrong with CB and emulsion, so please don't take that as me putting it down. However, for a fraction of the cost, you can get white compound, and the results, in my opinion, are just as good, if not better. There are plenty of people that'll disagree with that. They are free to. This is just my experience, what I see in my sharpening. And what I see is white compound is about as good as it can get. And final close-up of this bevel. I'll let you see the scratch pattern from that 3K stone. Still hazy. But in the right angle, in the right light, it's got some reflectivity to it. In terms of just sharpness, I'm really liking where this 3K stone leaves the edge. Well guys, as always, I appreciate you watching. If y'all have any questions or comments, as always, leave them below. Y'all have a good one.